Alright, my man. Let me give you a little bit of rundown. I'm here on the test server. I decided to give you a quick run through of these are the newer chips. These are the F-type. I think I got one of each. I'm not 100%. They could have more. I don't know. I go to the store. I hit refresh. Let's see. Recurrent emergency ankle, Aegis emergency, and in trouble Aegis. So let's go ahead and back to these. Current. Well, the real trick about chips is learning the language. Okay. Now on these X-type chips, they're about shields. They give you a shield when they get triggered. Now, emergency means when you hit down to 35%, apparently it pops on an absorber shield. When you get to frightened, that's on first contact. When you first get hit, it initiates that. Crashing is when you get 150,000 damage that will occur. Emergency, once again, is 35. In trouble is 70,000. And as you can see, absorber, and cloud, absorber. You know, it's really knowing the words and the language and even the pictures. Okay, so you got an Aegis, and you got in trouble, and you got recurrent. So I think the plus means the recurrent. I think the arrow has the deal with the in trouble. I at one point did figure out. Let's see. Let's look at the frightened. I've got a frightened ankle here, and a frightened. Yeah. If you notice at the bottom corner, the frightened has a 1 with the impact attack. I don't know what you would want to call that. The first time you get hit is going to activate. So first instance of attack. Now it apparently it activates and applies one time and is done. Now I don't know. It doesn't look like you can double it up, because these drones, let's go to change drone. Gonna go into the store. Now these drones are set as far as the types of chips. Your starters only come with 1 diamond, which is going to rebuild you. Your sidekick, I think this one is, gives you a recurrent emergency. So that's going to let you rebuild 3% when you get down to 35. And over here it offers you the slot for a square. Now here in the square, oh no, it's not going to let me into this store from here. The defender, that's sitting with an in trouble. In trouble means 70,000. It's got a square and a diamond. Diamond will rebuild. The square will buff your defense. This one right here is an ARM AC or arms controller socket, which means you could put a weapon into that. Over here you've got a modulative intensifier, so when you use a module, it's going to increase your damage. The circle is a specialty stat H slot. Not even showing the poop. It's not what I was planning on doing. Nice. Okay. Over here, we've got a struggling. When last stand comes up, you got a slot for a weapon. You've got a specialty slot and an attack slot. This one right here is going to offer you the shield. It's going to offer you defense. It's going to also offer you some control resistance built in and a little bit of attack. Let's see here. We've got our drone ability, which is going to be an emergency defender. It's going to buff your defense when you hit down to 35%. Your specialty type, your triangle and your diamond, which is a rebuild and a attack buff. Once again, attack buff, specialty 2 times, weapon slot, and modulative intensifier. This one right here, I believe, is an in trouble. Go ahead, pull it up. No, recurrent trashing. Okay, so when you hit 100,000 in 3 seconds, it's going to give you renovation, instant rebuild, and you can recurrent use it over again. So, specialty type, defense, defense twice, and a shield. This right here is a DOT, but that only affects, if you notice that little drone picture, that only works for the drone weapon, which is shooting out his butt. It's this thing right here. Now, you also get 1 specialty slot and 2 attack buffs. This one has a phasing repairer. Going to be 1 circle, 2 rebuild, and a shield chip. Let's see, 2 specialty, 1 built-in weapon, and this built-in weapon is a target-seeking minigun. For the language, target-seeking means it's going to fire as soon as your crosshair goes onto the hitbox. So, that's the way that works. So if you don't want to fire, keep your targeter off the hitbox. Pretty simple. I have used that many a times when having to deal with the different how do you call as a cloak Loki. I would be a cloak Loki and I didn't want to shoot. I wanted to run around an enemy instead of shoot him, so I'd not look at him. I'd turn away from him, turn sidestep or whatever. But you got 2 specialty chips and 2 attack chips on this, and this is the last of the drones that are being currently advertised. Now, that's not too terrible, you know. I definitely personally would rather those drones have these chip slots right here removed, so I can put in whatever I choose due to the battery, and that would keep the battery chips still viable. Or if you want to set it up where it's battery doesn't matter, no problem. Make all the chips gold and make these freebies where I can do whatever I want. But no doubt, you know, you're not going to go to this, you're not going to go buy this drone here. Let's do this. And go to the store and buy a purple chip. It's not going to happen. You're not going to want to do that when you can buy gold chips or merge up the gold chips. Everybody's going to want to have the best of the best. But as you can see, if I only have, you know, and what I don't like about it is changing around my chip slots. As you saw on my game, I've got one of these. Now, I didn't have the weapon loaded in, I was using defense and rebuild and maybe some of the specialty. But I got some of these too. I don't always want DOT. I see that as a possible, I don't like my choices being made for me. That's what I don't appreciate. Not only did I get drones that I didn't get to choose, but now they're being reworked, so I don't get to choose how they're coming back. And they're being forced abilities and things that I never signed up for. It's a little backwards. Oh, wrong one. Figure I'd give a quick little example of what I've got going on in my drone world. As soon as it loads up. But making sure that you keep your mind on the wording and the vocabulary. If you can understand the words of it, and they do offer symbols too, which can be helpful if you learn them. And that's where I think a lot of people had failed, that they did not learn to understand how these things work. But as I was saying, my Octanian right here, I don't have any shooter tip. I'm looking over here, I'm looking for a circle tip. I don't even have the ability to put DOT onto this one. No ability at all. I think I got DOT on this one. Yeah, I put DOT onto that one. But, yeah. I don't like being forced into stuff. In fact, I didn't like the idea of the AC chip being, because if you notice what Adrian's running Nebulas, which have 8 slots, but don't offer a weapon at all. So the only reason he's using these circles is for the, don't even have it available to show you, for the suppressor and the lockdowner, I believe is what he uses. Now, I don't have suppressor or lockdowner. I happen to have a couple freezer chips. Let's see, there's one here. That's it. Here's one, there's 2. And this one, and now how I would fix it is, yes, these would get wiped away, where maybe this one right here stays because it is a specialty slot. I give it that. It's a specialty slot. Okay? But I'm not using it specialty at all. Not at all. What I am using is freeze and modulative intensifier. And that's probably not the right one to be using. Oh, it might be. I think, yeah, it might be. Because, yeah, this one has actually currently made it up with my shell. So, it makes sense for me to use that because my shell has a jumping module. Now I know, or now I recognize that when I jump, I'm doing extra damage. But, oh, he's about to get a promotion. Oh, I really do need to save some gold, but we got this birthday event coming up within this week, and yeah, I really do hope this video hasn't been completely terrifying or confusing to you, and you got to understand the drones a little bit better. You know, understanding the words is really, really super important, you know, because drones are confusing, no doubt, you know. Now I've got this one right here. He's a little bit odd. Yeah, I have 8 slots, but look over here. 8 slots, and this gets 2 more? I don't get that. That makes me wonder why the power slots are different. But, oh well. I hope this video had helped, and definitely, when you have any more questions, I apologize for sending you the video I had sent before. Hopefully this video helps clear things out. Alright, my man. Well, I wish you the best, and as I said, hit me up. Let me know if there's anything I might be able to explain further or possibly help you out with. Later, and peace.